Alright guys, I wanted to make this video to help everyone out here in the guild and I guess on Reddit too. A lot of people have been asking like what stats are best for me, just looking up the general, okay, crit's best, then mastery's best, blah blah blah. But this will change depending on your current stats, so you need to know how to sim that to optimize your gear and up your DPS. So this is pretty easy, you just need a couple tools for this. I'll have all the links in the description. But the first one you need Simulation Craft, and that's just simulationcraft.org. You click the downloads. I just clicked the installer button right here, and I already have that downloaded. And this is what it'll look like when you get it downloaded and running. Then you're going to want a couple add-ons. The first is Simulation Craft, and this makes it so you can pull your stats from the game, and so that'll include all your artifact traits and your relics, which usually are not included on the standard sim. And then Pawn is the add-on that'll let you compare the stats and tell you if items are upgrades or not. So just real quick, this is how fast it is when you get a new piece of gear. So you just do /simc, then you hit Control-C to copy that. Then you put it over to SimCraft. First you want to go to Options and turn on Scaling. You check Enable Scaling, and then I just checked Toggle All Character Stats. You don't necessarily need to. And that'll give you your stat weights, which is what you need for Pawn. Then you go over to Simulate, and do a new tab, and then just paste what you copied from SimCraft right here. And then you hit Simulate. That'll take some time, 10, 20 seconds, something like that. And while that's going, I'll show you some of the usefulness of it. Like, for example, here, this piece is 850. I gain Agi, I gain more mastery than I lose in versatility, and I gain item level. So someone might think this is typically an upgrade piece and put that on. Another piece here, again, this is a 10 eye level upgrade. I gain 115 Agi, and I gain more mastery than I lose in crit. So that's got to be an upgrade, right? And then this ring here, this is a 20 eye level upgrade, and you get 200 more mastery than you lose in the haste. So a lot of people would throw this on thinking it's an upgrade. And then once this will finish up, I'll show you how it's not an upgrade. Actually, I can just show you right now while that's going. So according to Pawn, using the stat values I get from SimCraft, this chest is actually a 1% upgrade, and it's got a score of 384.4 versus 379.3. These pants are actually a 2% upgrade and have 371 score versus 364 score. And this ring is actually an 11% upgrade, so that's pretty huge. And that's not even having a crit gem in the socket, which will make it even more, probably like 15-16%. So ironically, my strongest ring, based off item level, is my weakest ring. Let's check if that's done yet. Alright, this is taking a while because I'm recording, but that's fine. I'll show you what Pawn looks like in game. So here's my scale right here. This is something what yours will look like. It's got my Agi rated to this. It's got my crit rated to that, haste to that, etc., etc. So as you can see, because of where my crit and versatility at, 43% crit, 10% versatility, they're actually weighted equally. When my crit was in the 30s, my versatility was a lot lower and my crit was higher. But now that I've, gotten it to a higher point, the values change a little bit, so your optimization changes some. What's neat here is you can compare individual items. So I can compare those two rings I was talking about earlier. Stuff like that. You can compare either ring here. Gems, you can show you the best gems. I don't really use this a ton just because rating just came out, so I'm going to be replacing a lot of my gear. And then here's the options to get all those to show up. I have all these checked, and then I show the scale value and the upgrade. You can do just upgrade, and then it'll just say like 12% upgrade. You can just do the value and manually compare the numbers, but I think it's easiest to do the number and the upgrade. So that's all the settings I have for this. And then SimCraft has there's no settings for SimCraft. You just do SimC, and it pulls your stats right here. You copy that, and then paste it over to the SimCraft app, which is now finished simming. So I'll make this a little bigger. So this is my theoretical patchwork style fight DPS. And this right here is what you want to copy for pawn. You have to include the parentheses, by the way. I wasn't doing that my first few times, so it wasn't working. So you just copy from parenthesis to parenthesis. Copy that. Then back into WoW you do /pawn. You go to the profile you want, go to scale, and then click import, and then just paste it like that. There you go, and it'll update your numbers a bit. See, my numbers just changed here a bit. Now my crit's a little bit more valuable than my versatility now, based off some gear I swapped around. The numbers will change a tiny bit with every piece. So it's just a few seconds, not counting the simming to do this. So you want to keep up on your gear. And it's great for when you're in a dungeon, like if a piece of gear, if your guild's using DKP type thing, you want to know if a piece is an upgrade, it'll tell you, like when it drops and the loot pops up on the middle of your screen, it'll say, hey, these gloves are a 5% upgrade for you, this is a good piece. Or it'll be like, yeah, don't do this. The one thing it doesn't do, I believe, is trinkets. It doesn't do. So you just gotta kind of manually look at those. Some other cool things about the SimCraft app, if you've never used it before, is it'll tell you like what ability did what, how much everything does, and it'll actually give you a like rotation of like this is the most optimal thing to do. So just follow that. Again, it's all kind of theoretical, and real world application is a little different, but the stat values are still your stat values. So hopefully this helps you guys out. If you like it, I can make more videos like this in the future. Thanks for watching.